Hey everybody, the following is an excerpt from the monthly Rahdo Roundup, and if you'd like to see the rest of the roundup, you can hit that eye up in the top right corner of the screen, or if you'd like to know more about the game, you can follow the link down in the show notes. And with that out of the way, let's talk about Cuzco. And now, there are a couple different games called Cuzco. This is the Cuzco, published by Queen Games, and brought to us by Feld, which is a remake of an earlier Feld game called Bora. And now, I have not done a run-through for Cuzco, but my good friend Paul Grogan of Gaming Rules did. So, Paul, thank you very much for providing some video. I'm just showing his video to give you an idea of what it looks like. What does it play like? Well, if you want to know, you can go back 6 or 7 years and watch my run through of Bora. Because this game makes some changes to Bora. But this is still 95% Bora. Now, what I will say is every change that it has made is a huge improvement over Bora. I would never play Bora over Cuzco unless you just like the Polynesian island setting rather than the Mesoamerican setting that they've transported it to. But I find the tweaks and the changes that have been made to Cuzco improve it every step of the way. However, and you can go to Board Game Geek, and there are threads devoted to, hey, what are the actual changes? But like I said, it's still 95% the same game. Why does it come in at number 16 for me? For the same reason that Bora would. I got rid of Bora a long time ago because this is probably my favorite designer of all time, Feld's most nasty cutthroat game he ever made. That's not quite true. His arena games were direct, player duels and whatnot. But this game is a dice worker placement game where there are a limited number of dice worker placement spots. We roll our dice at the beginning of the round, and wherever I put my die, other players can go, but only if they have a lower value die than me. So if I've got a 2 and a 4, and I need to do that action, and it turns out, hey, I could do that action equally well with the 2 or the 4. And I don't really have a big reason not to use my 2. Oh, I'll use my 2. Why? Because I can look around the table and see nobody else has a 1, so nobody else gets to do that action. And I didn't have to. I could have used the 4 and used the 2 elsewhere, but this game constantly presents you with opportunities to say, oh, well, I could do the thing that helps me and doesn't hurt anybody, or I could do the thing that helps me just as much and destroys you. And this is a game, if you play it as a 2-player game, you are constantly presented with opportunities to ruin the plans of your opponent. And it made me get rid of Bora back in the day, and it made me get rid of Cuzco now. And I wish, like I said, there were a lot of smart decisions that were made to the tweaking of this game. It is better, and every change they made is for the better. But I was just hoping they would make one change, which is to say something along the lines of, hey, you know what? If somebody went there with a low value die, I could still go with my high value die, but I only get half the power of the action. Or, the things that I can use to manipulate the die, I could use them in such a way to change the value. Because, hey, I've got 2, one of these lets me swip. How about if I've got 3 of them, it lets me make a die whatever I want? There's lots of ways they could have dulled the edge so that in a 2-player game, I'm not so heavily incentivized to ruin your game while pushing myself forward. That is what this game has always been. When it was Bora, that's what it continues to be with Cuzco. So while I totally understand why for a lot of people this is Feld's greatest design ever, because it is really sharp, but now it is 10,000 times better than it was before. But even still, not good enough for me, and Cuzco comes in at number 16 of the month. And thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. It makes a huge difference, believe me. But with that out of the way, if you'd like to see some more, over on the left, you can find a playlist of a whole bunch more Rahdo Rapid reviews. Up in the top right, there's the latest thing that's been added to the channel. And in the bottom right, you've got something YouTube recommends. Okay, folks, thanks for watching.